Well, I guess it'd be about time to get this warmed up and going. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, now, how be this get to working again?
Press the button.
Which
no,
button?
No, not that one.
Not this
the
button.
left.
That one.
No, your other left.
This other one.
Oh,
Which one are you talking about?
I meant the right. No,
What
but
are
not
you-
that big red one.
The-
The
this
other
way.
red button.
Not-
Just not the big, happy, shiny
You
one.
mean the one I just pushed?
Yeah, for crying out
Oh,
loud. You don't
right.
know what you're doing.
I know perfectly well what I'm doing.
Not that button. Oh,
I-
for crying out loud. You just sit here on your patootie. You play
Well,
with your buttons. I go make coffee.
You do that, but don't slam the door. Well, after much consternation and much frustration, we are ready to set sail. Yesterday was not an act of futility, for we learned much, for we truly did. It didn't turn out the way we'd hoped, and you'll hear clips of the ship's log as you'll find out more as we go upon. Yesterday, we'll be celebrating it today. Yesterday be St. Paddy's Day, and had grand plans. It was expected that grand things would be a-happen, but things didn't work out quite the way we be a-hoping. But that didn't mean we were left high and dry. We just didn't have things quite go the way the old captain had planned. But few things ever truly do go as planned. That's good and not be bad. So it all comes out, as some of the kiddies say. It all comes out in the wash in the end. I'm sure the kiddies still say that, don't they? Aye. I'm sure they be saying that still. So, we will be having ourselves a grand old time. We have much to deal with. Oh, let's be a seeing here. Trying to get things to come to life. To do. Nope. There we go. I'm still confuzzled and still... Yesterday was a day me and Molly went out looking, and I tell you what we were doing. We found an ancient tome in a dark, seedy kind of bookstore, and in this ancient tome it gave clues on how to properly locate and properly capture a fairy. No, not a fairy. A leprechaun. It also had stuff about fairies, but we had to wait till later in the year to capture them. But it'd be one of these things where we well, how I be saying it? We be after a leprechaun. Or if you capture a leprechaun, it gives you an opportunity. Well, you'll hear it in the logs about what you can have if you catch yourself a nice little leprechaun. And many things they have that goes with them. And now I'm just... maybe that's where we be starting things out. We might, I think we will. We'll start out with Da Vinci's Notebook with another Irish drinking song. And after that, we had to go, you'll hear it between songs, parts of the ship's log. Stay tuned and you'll have a grand time. Aye, I think that's where we'll be starting. Da Vinci's Notebook, another Irish drinking song. Aye. It's a frustration, but it be even a possible consternation. I think so. In the long run, it'll all start out. Welcome back, me mateys. Welcome back as we celebrate, as you already be knowing, St. Patrick's Day. Captain style.
Da Gather round, ye lads and lasses, set ye for a while, and hearken to me mournful tale about the Emerald Isle. Let's all raise our glasses high to friends and family gone, and lift our voices in another Irish drinking song. Consumption took me mother and me father got the pox. Me brother drank the whiskey till he wound up in a box. Me other brother in the troubles met with his demise. Me sister has forever closed her smiling Irish eyes.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
Kenny was killed in Kilkenny, and Clare she died in Clare. Tip from Tipperary he died out in the Derry air. Shannon jumped into the river Shannon back in June. Ernie fell into the urn and Tom is in the tomb. Cleanliness is godliness, me Uncle Pat would sing. He broke his neck a slipping on a bar of Irish Spring. O'Grady he was 80, though his bride was just a pup. He died upon the honeymoon when she got his Irish up.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da-da-ba-da.
Joe Murphy fought with Riley near the cliffs of Alderney. He took out his shillelagh and he stabbed him in the spleen. My crazy Uncle Mike thought he was a leprechaun, but in fact he's just a leopard, and his arms and legs are gone. When Timmy Johnson broke his neck, it was a crying shame. He wasn't really Irish, but he went to Notre Dame. McNamara crossed the street and by a bus was hit, but he was just a Scotsman, so nobody gave a shit.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Da, 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 da.
Me drunken Uncle Brendan tried to drive home from the bar. The road rose up to meet him when he fell out of his car. Irony was what befell me great-grand-uncle Sam. He choked upon the very last potato in the land. Connor lived in Ulster town, he used to smuggle arms, until the British killed him and cut off his lucky charms. And dear old Father Flanagan, who left the Lord's employ, drunk on sacramental wine beneath the altar, boy.
Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
Someday soon I'll leave this world of pain and toil and sin. The Lord will take me by the hand to join all of me kin. Me only wish is when the Saviour comes for me and you.
He kills the cast of Riverdance and Michael Flatley too. Now everybody's died, so until our tears are dried, we'll drink and drink and drink and drink, and then we'll drink some more. We'll dance and sing and fight until the early morning light, then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again. Then we'll throw up, pass out, wake up, and then go drinking once again.
I'm so consternated. I had a beautiful recording of what happened yesterday. But it must be proof that there be leprechauns where we be headed to, because all the recordings are muddled and messed up, and all the evidence thereof, except for what I wrote down, which doesn't translate well for the Pottercast, but except for what I wrote down, which is so incomprehensible that my handwriting not be that very good. But all of it, the evidence, once again, has been muddled and distorted. Aye, it has to be proof that there were a leprechaun, and we all but had him. I'll tell you more as we go upon. Let's get right back to the music. There got to be more Irishy stuff here. What a frustration! And I had proof of leprechauns. We almost had him. Almost had that wonderful pot of gold.
For many hundreds of years in the Highlands of Scotland, men have given up wearing trousers and have taken to wearing the skirts or the kilts. But nevertheless, these kilted boys in the last war were named the ladies from hell. So you have to be terrible careful if you ever get curious about the kilts. Never ask them, Donald, where's your trousers?
Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? I just come down from the Isle of Skye. I'm no very big and I'm awfully shy. The lassies say as I go by, Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? To a fancy ball and it was slippery in the hall, and I was feared that I might fall, cause I had me on my trousers. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Now I went down to London town to have a little fun on the underground. The ladies turned their heads around, saying, Donald, where are your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? I see the love of me, everyone but I catch me in the can. You gotta take the brakes over here and man, say Donald, where's your trousers? Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow low. Through the streets in the kilt I'll go. All the lassies say hello. Donald, where's your trousers? Donald, where's your trousers?
Peeps, are spinning Danny boy, oh Danny boy, oh Danny boy, oh Danny boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh Danny. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh daddy boy, oh daddy. Oh daddy boy. Oh daddy boy. Oh daddy boy.
Aye, just cheered me up some, hearing the old Muppets do Dan Heap White Har. And before that, we had the Irish Rovers with Donald, where's your trousers? Aye. I were probably seen somewhat unpurist by going with a little bit of stuff from Scotland too. But here, the Irish Rovers, he ended up doing Scotland stuff. So I think that somehow makes a couple of the songs I do, which happen to be a little bit of Scots also. You'll not be liking it. Come on over and have a face-to-face with the old captain here. And we'll see how it settles out. All right. Oh, now let me see. Where shall we go? Oh, Nope. We'll listen to that later. Soon enough. Now. No. Well, that's a good one, too. Well, how about this? Gaelic Storms, Darcy's Donkey. Aye, we might have a few other things sprinkled in here and there. And then we had the final party. But we're having ourselves an Irish festival the day... it'll be the day after. Maybe right now, some of you sobered up enough that you'll be truly appreciating this. It's a good hangover medicine. That's what the captain's quarters be. Oh, don't be forgetting. 323 heave-ho. That'd be 323 heave-ho. Get in them thar calls or texts if you want to be requesting for the final party. Just because we be a day late and sometimes more than $1 short, don't be a meaning that we can't be handling the requests.
Cause up in the Blue Stack Mountains, Darcy kept a bit of a still. We were sneaking home a bottle when the guards came up the hill. Lose the booze, cried Darcy, and before we could reply, he dumped it in the nosebag of his donkey standing by. The donkey had a ganky leg, and only one good eye. When he got a lick at the whiskey, he'd swear that he could fly. He rocketed through the roundabout, and down by James's bar. Then he vaulted through the hedges at the track at Ballantrae. Here's to you, to me and one and all, to the Garda, and the Gargle, and the trophy on the wall. Here's to you, to me and one and all, the day that Darcy Duncan Donkey won the race at Donegal. Well, the Garda chased the donkey, and we followed in pursuit. For fear they spilled the whiskey, we begged them not to shoot. We barreled through the turnstiles, we got there just in time to place our bets before the lot of them reached the starting line. The flag was up, the race was on, the donkey looked behind. He saw the guards were after him, but sure he didn't mind. He had himself another sip and a second one as well, and he bucked and kicked and knocked the competition all to hell. Here's to you, to me and one and all, to the Garda and the Gargle with the trophy on the wall. Here's to you, to me and one and all, the day that Darcy Duncan Donkey won the race at Donegal. The post about a lap or two ahead. He finished off the whiskey and then toppled over dead. We went to check the bets and found when everything was done, the Garda came in second and paid 35 to 1. So we dragged the donkey's carcass down to James's for a pint, to drink up all our winnings and to celebrate the night. We missed the poor old donkey, but still we had to laugh when James he made a trophy of the donkey's better half. So raise a beer in the air to the famous Terrier. Everybody raise a glass to Darcy's ass. Darcy's ass. Everybody raise a glass to Darcy's ass. Darcy's ass. Here's to you, to me and one and all, to the Garda and the Gargle, the trophy on the wall. Here's to you, to me and one and all, the day that Darcy Duncan Donkey won the race at Donegal. The day that Darcy Duncan Donkey won the race at Donegal.
The big ship sails through the alley-alley-o, the alley-alley-o, the alley-alley-o. The big ship sails through the alley-alley-o, early in the morning.
There was an old woman and she lived in the wood. Wheelia, wheelia, wallia. There was an old woman and she lived in the wood, down by the river Soria. She had a baby 3 months old. Wheelia, wheelia, wallia. She had a baby 3 months old, down by the river Soria.
She had a penknife long and sharp.
Wheelia, wheelia, wallia.
She had a penknife long
stuck the penknife in the baby's heart. Wheel ya, wally ya. She stuck the penknife in the baby's heart. Down by the river Salia. There was 3 loud knocks come a knocking on the door. A wheel ya, wally ya. 3 loud knocks come a knocking on the door. Down by the river Salia. There was 2 policemen and a special branchman. A wheel ya, wally ya. 2 policemen and a special branchman. Down by the river Salia.
They took her away and they put her in the jail.
A wheel ya, wally ya.
They took her away and they put her in the jail.
Down by the river Salia. They put the rope around her neck. A wheel ya, wally ya. They put the rope around her neck. Down by the river Salia. They pulled the rope and she got hung. A wheel ya, wally ya. They pulled the rope and she got hung. Down by the river Salia. Well, that was the end of the woman in the wood. A wheel ya, wally ya. And that was the end of the baby too. Down by the river Salia.
Heaver, Ivor, chimney sweeper, had a wife and couldn't keep her. Billy Bowl and biscuit paper.
Aye, that there be a lovely little tune about family and the whatnot. By the Dubliners, wheelie, warrior. Aye. We're having some fun today, aren't we? Oh, let us see. Oh, yeah, we need to be caught in a commercial. Be remembering, we always start out with a vintage commercial, then we go to our proper sponsors. And when we come back, we'll have more of our St. Patty's Day celebration. St. Patty's Day probably be like you never be heard it before, unless you turned into us in the past, and then you might have heard a few of these down there. And we might even have something new up our sleeve or two.
Creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers, creepy crawlers.
Now, you can make all kinds of lovely things like these with Mattel's wonderful Thing Maker. It makes creepy crawlers, spiders, lizards, snakes, dragonflies. Make them yourself with this nice plastic goop. Choose a mold, pour in the goop, heat it, and presto changeo, you've got bugs. Squiggly, squirty bugs. They feel so soft and natural. You get 4 different colors of goop and special paints. Make charming lizard pins or spider rings. You can collect them or spread them around. After all, they're fun for the entire family. Get Mattel's new Thing Maker with creepy crawlers. You can tell it's Mattel. It's swell.
Look, Sidekick, a shop just for heroes.
No, it's a comic book shop and it's for everyone.
Not possible. See, it's even right in the name, Heroes. So that means you'll need to stay out here whilst I go shopping.
It's Heroes, your mom threw out comic shop, and it's for everyone, including sidekicks.
Hey guys, you know, the little guy is right. It's all about the love of comics, and not whether you can fly or not. But, by the way, I do love the cape.
Gee, thanks.
So Heroes Comic Shop is located at 130 West 14th Street in Elmira Heights, New York. We're open Wednesday through Saturday. You can check us out at momtheroutout.com.
Oh, look! They have Archie comics!
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Well, you might be wanting to know a tad bit more of the story. Why it were that we're a day late. Well, it be that I told you we found that ancient tome in a dark and dusty corner in an ancient bookstore. And in there it says that if you can capture a leprechaun, that you can get its potty gold. And once more, they can also grant ye. Now this one is not as well confirmed. They can grant ye but one wish, whatever your heart desires, be it for good or for bad. And I be thinking, I'd be wishing for a bigger pot of gold. Now, what be happening? And Molly decided she needed to go along too, where she says she wants to make a pet of the leprechaun. Or she be saying that she wanted to pet a leprechaun. I be not quite be certain what she be saying, because she was quite excited, and she gets a little gibberishy as she gets more excited. But hey, what more can you say when he's all excited and bubbly? It's just a wonderful thing. So off we go. In there it says that if you on St. Patty's Day can go to a pub where they be playing the music of the Ireland, and they have the dancers, all of that will invoke a leprechaun. It's like candy to a fat woman. Well, sorry, I guess that was not. It's what they call politically correct. It'd be more like an all-you-can-eat buffet to a fat woman. See, that's more politically correct. I shouldn't discriminate, though. That'd not be fair. An all-you-can-eat buffet to any and all that be of large consumption and appreciative waistbands. Aye, but it will bring about the leprechaun, and so he followed a marauding band of desperate dancers and went from pub to pub, keeping stern eye out for the leprechaun. I drank an awful lot of root beer trying to capture that bugger, but you want to be knowing what a scallywag were? Not easily found. You'd be thinking with all that Irishy music and all the dancing, you'd see leprechauns all over the place. We saw many a short person and a few that looked a bit leprechaunish, but none that truly fit the bill, except for one, and I'll be telling you more about that in a bit. But aye, we got close many a time. They're fast and slippery little buggers. I think it has to do, they hang out around the grease fryers, the bars, so it makes them quite slippery. Hey, but that's another BS story. Now, let's go with the Irish Rovers with My Old Man's a Dustman.
We are from the north of Ireland, and a lot of fellas from the north of Ireland go over to England and get great jobs over there. Look what happened to Prince Philip, for instance. Jim's father went to London one time, and he got the best bloody job with the English government, no less, than a man could ask for. Is that not right, Jim?
He did. He was employed as a dustman. And for those of you that don't know what a dustman is, here in the United States, you call them garbage collectors.
If you were going to sing this little song, you would probably sing, My Old Man is a Garbage Collector. So we're going to sing, My Old Man is a Dustman. He wears a dustman's hat, he wears Corblimey trousers, and he lives in a council flat.
Lovely, Willie. That was beautiful. Now here's a little story. To tell it is a must, about an unsung hero who moves away your dust and garbage. Some people make a fortune, others make a mint, but my old man don't earn that much. In fact, he's Philippine skint. Oh, my old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears Corblimey trousers and he lives in a council flat. He looks a proper nana in his great big hobnail boots. He has such a job to pull them up that he calls them daisy roots. Now folks give tips at Christmas and some of them forget. So when he picks their bins up, he spills some on the step. Now one old man got nasty and to the council room. Next time my old man went round there, he punched him up the throat. My old man's a dustman, he wears a dustman's hat. He wears Corblimey trousers and he lives lives in a council flat. One day whilst in a hurry, he missed a lady's pin. He hadn't gone but a few yards when she chased after him. She cried out to him loudly in a voice right from the yard.
You missed me, am I too late?
No, how about on the cards? My old man, the dustman, he wears the dustman's hat. He wears gum-diving trousers and he lives in a council flat. Now my old man's a dustman, he's got an honor roll. Now he got married recently, though he's 86 years old. We said, here, hang on, Dad, you're getting past your prime. He said, oh, when you reach my age, it's just to pass the time. My old man, the dustman, he wears the dustman's hat. He wears gum-diving trousers and he lives in a council flat. He found a tiger's head one day, nailed a piece of wood. The tiger looked quite miserable, but I suppose he should. Just then from out the window, a voice was heard to wail. Here, where's me tiger's head?
Further from his tail!
My old man, the dustman, he wears the dustman's hat. He wears gum-diving trousers and he lives in a council flat. Next time you see a dustman, looking all pale and sad, don't kick him in the dustbin, he might be my old dad. Hey!
Hey, the turban Turk who scorns the world may strut about with his whiskers curled, keep 100 wives under lock and key, for nobody else but himself to see. Yet long may he pray with his Alcoran before he can love like an Irishman. Long may he pray with his Alcoran before he can love like an Irishman. Dum-dum-a-dimmy-dum-a-dum. The gay monsieur, a slave no more, the solemn Don and the soft Signor, the Dutch mynheer so full of pride, the Russian, Prussian, Swede beside. They all may do whatever they can, but they never ever love like an Irishman. They all may do whatever they can, but they never ever love like an Irishman. Dum-dum-a-dimmy-dum-a-dum. Now the London folks themselves beguile and think they please in a capital style. Yet let them ask as they cross the street of any young girl that they happen to meet, and I know she'll say from behind her fan, nobody loves like an Irishman. I know what she'll say from behind her fan, nobody loves like an Irishman. Hey, dum-dum-a-dimmy-dum-a-dum. So I want you to know just how much I care, and the rest of my life with you I'd share. I love your face, your hair, your smile. It's just as sure as I come from the Emerald Isle. It must be clear to your lovely eye, nobody will love you better than I. It must be clear to your lovely eye, nobody will love you better than I. Dum-dum-a-dimmy-dum-a-dum. 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 Dum-dum-a-dimmy-dum-a-dum.
Aye, one thing I also could give warning, that while on days like today, the songs and the music be somewhat specialty items, thereby oftentimes you'll hear more than just one performance from one particular or for example. Oftentimes, I could play lots and lots and lots of Weird Al Yankovic. He's a tremendous, tremendous artist and a wonderful person to boot. But you can't just be doing that and excluding all others. And that just wouldn't be fair. And he understands that. And so we mix him in with a little bit of everything. But on a specialty day like today, we have to play certain things more than once. Like we have more than one Irish Rovers, or more than one Dubliners, or we have Oddly enough, we have but only one Frank Zappa. We'll be playing that momentarily, but we do have more than one Clancy Brothers, so let's play the Clancy Brothers with Beer, Beer, Beer. Very original in their titling.
1, 2, 3. Bear, 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 gently bear, bear, bear.
A long time ago, way back in history, when all there was to drink was nothing but cups of tea, along came a man by the name of Charlie Mops, and he invented a wonderful drink and he made it out of hop.
He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer.
The Furies Bar, the Clancy's Pub, the Hole in the Wall as well. Oh, one thing you can be sure of, it's Charlie's beer they sell. So come on, all me lucky lads, 11 o'clock she stops. 5 short seconds, remember Charlie Mops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer.
A bushel of malt, a barrel of box, and started around with a stick. That's salt and lubrication that make your engine tick. For 40 pints a wallop a day will keep away the cracks. It's only 8 and 8 the pot and 1 and 6 in tax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He might have been an admiral, a sultan, or a king, and to his praises we shall always sing. Look what he has done for us, he's filled us up with cheer. Lord bless Charlie Mops, the man who invented beer, 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 tiddly beer, 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 tiddly beer, beer, beer. The Lord bless Charlie Mops.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't normally do this, but just because this is St. Patrick's Day, this is our special St. Patrick's Day program, and I even wore a green shirt and everything. We want to try and work a little bit of, well, let's just say, homegrown Irish flavor into this program. Now, bring the band on down behind me, boys. This is really quite technical. You understand that each ethnic group has characteristics, and these characteristics are generally made fun of by other ethnic groups. Now, I happen to feel that the Irish people in this country have gotten a bum rap, to use a common expression. Many people feel that Irish people in America simply aren't sexy. Now, in order to dispel the ethnic myth that people of the Irish persuasion are not particularly sexy, we are going to make it possible for volunteers from the audience tonight to demonstrate just how hot they are. Now, what I would like to have at least 4 girls who think they are Irish to come up here. No, they have to be volunteers. You have to volunteer for this. It can't be under duress. Let me explain. This is very scientific. We need 2 more. Okay. You all think you're Irish, right? Okay. Now listen. Quiet, please. This is very, very scientific. That's right. In order to prove that you are genuinely hot, we're going to give you, each and every one, an opportunity to make a sex noise with musical accompaniment. And so, make a sex noise. Say. Make a sex noise. 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 I'm not sure is truly Irish in the biblical sense of the word. But I think we have to give them credit for coming up here and representing the Irish people in Binghamton tonight. Especially when you realize that that's about the only form of safe sex left in America.
Aye, right down the road from Elmira, New York. Binghamton. And that's what they be doing out there for St. Patty's Day. Well, maybe not yesterday, but not so very long ago. Frank Zappa would make a sex noise on St. Patrick's Day. Isn't that wonderful? Nice St. Patty kind of thing to do. Now, let's go with... Now, I think we'll be holding on to Dave Nihill for the next segment, but we'll do a nice Irish lullaby to calm us down from all of the noises that Frank Zappa made. Tim Kavanagh now with a nice Irish lullaby.
Good night, Shawn Michael. Good night, Rose Colleen. Here's an Irish lullaby to wish you sweet dreams. I pray to St. Patrick to keep you this night. And when you awake to the morning's first light, I pray that you won't have really bad hangovers. Sleep tight, dear mother and dad.
From Scotland came a sturdy lad, his name was MacAleer, and many ways and means he had of land and work and gear. Yet he had the queerest notions, they were like perpetual motion, or the waves that rock the ocean, don't you know what I mean? He liked the men, his neighbours, and the boys, both one and all, but he couldn't stand the capers of the women folk at all. Not a woman could he bear, the man and a girl would surely scare him, though they schemed and tried to snare him, don't you know what I mean? Well now, Fogan was his Christian name, and Fogan was in need of a mare to match his sandy mane with equal strength and speed, and he knew where one was handy that would suit him fine and dandy. He'd speak to blacksmith Sandy, don't you know what I mean? Says Fogan to the blacksmith, my good fellow, list to me. Well, you see, there is this mare I'll buy, and so I've come to thee. Lachlan Ban has got the very mare, and only for the women there I'd go and ask his terms, don't you know what I mean? The blacksmith says to Fogan, I will be the very man, I will see the women safe away, and then see Lachlan Ban. You could go there at your leisure, or tonight if you have pleasure, for the mare will be a treasure, don't you know what I mean? Away to home goes Fogan, a contented, happy man, and that evening he went over to see neighbour Lachlan Ban. The old man was kind and civil, while upstairs the women snivelled, for the blacksmith played the devil, don't you know what I mean? Well, my business here, says Fogan, I suppose I need not tell, for I know that Sandy's told you that I like her very well. And I promise I will feed her, and I do not wish to speed her, just for common work I'll need her, don't you know what I mean? And turning round to Lachlan, sir, I'll ask you what's your price, for I like her breed and colour, and she's everything that's nice. I will water, brush, and bed her, keep her in stormy weather, if it's fine out on a tether, don't you know what I mean? In the name of God, says Lachlan, what's come over you at all? We couldn't think of selling her like cattle in the fall. She's got plenty things to fit her, and there's something to go with her, though we would sorely miss her, don't you know what I mean? Well, I do not want your present, sir, says Fogan McAleer. I can put good money down for her and find her working gear. If you've got her in the stable, when I see her, I'll be able to put money on your table, don't you know what I mean? I just don't understand you, then was Lachlan Band's reply. We don't keep her in the stable, but upstairs she's snug and dry. I will call her down this minute, for the two of you are in it, and it's you that should begin it, don't you know what I mean? He hollered up to Mary while poor Fogan stood amazed, with beads of sweat upon his brow, and Lachlan Ban he gazed. But he had no time for thinking, it was done quick as a winkin', while poor Fogan's heart was sinking, don't you know what I mean? And Mary came into the room, her father then did say, I suppose your mother told you what brought Sandy here today. Little Mary turned a rosy red, and Fogan raised his drooping head. His bashful days were over, don't you know what I mean? And turning round to Lachlan Ban in tones both loud and clear, says Fogan, I'm a happy man to gain your daughter dear. So it turned out contrary, not the mare he got, but Mary. He got Mary and the mare, don't you know what I mean?
Aye, quite a turnabout to hot. It's fun to play the devil every once in a while, and that's what happened to poor old Fogan McAleer. Wendell Boyle with that Fogan McAleer. Wonderful tune. It took me years to find that one again. I heard it long ago, and then lost the recording of it, and then spent years tracking it down. And like all good treasures, sweet as can be when you finally find it. Now let us go to commercial, and we'll be back momentarily with more our St. Patty's Day celebration.
Daddy, tell us the story of how you first met Mommy.
Yeah, Dad, tell us.
Go ahead, George.
Well, okay. There I was, a young man, just starting out. Had my own store.
Did you stop the ladies from squeezing Charmin?
Oh, you betcha. They tried.
Charmin bathroom tissue so squeezably soft.
It's irresistible.
So rich and fluffy, Charmin's a pleasure to squeeze.
Soft fragrance, too.
But I'd catch him and say,
Ladies, please don't squeeze the Charmin.
Then one day, I saw your mother squeezing Charmin. I was about to say, please don't squeeze the Charmin, when I took one look at her and fell in love.
And he let me squeeze the Charmin, didn't you, George?
Yep, and to this day, your mother's the only one I've ever let squeeze the Charmin.
Even now, George?
Even now.
Charmin's so squeezably soft, it's irresistible.
Hey, Scoop, do you know what's happening on 420?
I know what's happening on 420.
No, not that. It's the record store day at the Squatch Den.
Hey, Vato, what did you say? He said record store day at the Squatch Den on April 20th.
Oh, wow. Fun out, man. Hey, is that dog talking or these monkeys really kicking in?
Yeah. That's Scoob, and he's like my best friend, and he sings too.
Dooby-dooby-doo, oh dooby-doo.
I told you, he loves music, and that's why we're gonna be there for Record Store Day.
Yeah, well, mall opens at 7 a.m.
And like the Squatch Den opens at 8 a.m.
Yeah? Like what they gonna have, man?
Dude, man, they're gonna have like over 100 plus exclusive indie titles, man, available that day. Ooh. I mean, they're gonna have like Noah Kahan and like Pearl Jam and like The Offspring, man, and like the Beatles, and I mean, wow.
Hey, Scoob, he really knows the score.
Yeah.
Hey, man, hey, do you know that pizza pies with all the fixings also look like records, man?
Oh, wow, Scoob, like he's right on. We should all get like a peanut butter, pepperoni, and licorice pizza and listen to some music.
Far out, man.
Right.
All right, man. Pizza.
Record store day at the Squatch Den on like 420.
Oh, wow, man. Is that like a record store, man?
Oh, man. Just finding out about things going around, and I say we didn't find a leprechaun. Well, maybe that's not entirely true, but I'm surely showing you we have some proof we're on leprechauns. And I'm kind of excited for the leprechaun to try to trick us. They put a glamour upon your eyes, and so when you open up, we had a sack, and we caught him in the potato sack, and, well, he then tried to trick us by pretending to be something he ain't, saying he were nothing but a cat. And I say, if you're nothing but a cat, then why you be talking? And he say, cats have been known to talk after they've had a few too many Guinnesses. Well, I know for certain that cats don't talk after having too many Guinnesses. Younglings maybe, but not Guinnesses. But so I said, I know he be a leprechaun. So we got, well, there's an entire possibility that we got ourselves a nice little pot of gold. The only concern it were is that if you weren't careful, you had to use moonlight to see that it truly be a pot of gold, for the moonlight will affect the glamour and make it so you can actually see what it were. So under moonlight, I could see that it be a pot of gold last night. Without it, it looks much more like a pot of kitty litter. Use kitty litter. But I know it not be a kitty litter, it be a pot of gold. I've got it stored somewhere safe, or there'll be an enchantment you can do. It came from that old tome, where we can make sure the glamour be lifted off. But we have to do it at just the right time. And it involves a rainbow and a moonlight. Aye. So special circumstances. But they also say during a time of an eclipse. And guess what? There'll be an eclipse coming up shortly, a nice eclipse. And then we can turn our pot of gold from what looks like a pot of used kitty litter to a wonderful pot of pure gold. You be asking, did I get myself me wish? Well, this is one of them dark times that Molly spoke up before I could, and she got a wish. She got to pet a leprechaun. She's very much happy. Or was it she got a pet leprechaun? She was very happy with her wish, and so onward and upward we go. I not be complaining, for I got me pot of gold, me happy, and that's all there be. I'm so excited that things we'll be able to do with that true pot of gold, pay off our bills, and get ourselves some new supplies. And possibly gunpowder, legally purchased. We talk no more about that. Now let us go to what I threatened I might do. Dave Niles, America doesn't understand St. Patrick's Day.
You know, to be Irish over here is a special feeling. We turned up and you're celebrating our national holiday, St. Patrick's Day. It's amazing. And we're like, look at the spirit. These people are all getting involved. And then we realize, hold on a minute. Are they calling it St. Patty's Day? Patty is a woman's name. Patty, spelled P-A-T-T-Y. We have Paddy, our patron saint, P-A-D-D-Y. You can't just go all Bruce Jenner on our patron saint. We wouldn't do that to you. Could you imagine? You just turned up in Ireland and you're like, hey guys, what are you celebrating? This looks like a really good time. And we're like, oh yeah, it's a big day here. We're celebrating Martina Luther King Day. Just one little typo there, and I would have turned one of the greatest leaders in history into a lesbian tennis player. One little letter, big difference there, right? And then I really home in on it, and I'm like, wait a minute, does it say Happy St. Patty's Day in a 4-leaf clover? What, it has, those green things with the sides on 4-leaf clover, 4 leaves? Lovely. I mean, it looks nice, but it's got nothing to do with Ireland. We love a good shamrock, very central to Irish culture, 3 sides to a shamrock. 4-leaf clover, nothing to do with Ireland. That's the equivalent of me getting a tattoo on my arm of a pigeon and being like, go America. Be a bit random, wouldn't it? Such a difference. I do be trying to get into your American sports over here. You guys are amazing at sports. In the last 2 Olympics, just for consistency, in each of them, you won 46 Olympic gold medals. 46! And look at you. Not a single person cares about that. Not even a mild reaction. Hey, if Ireland won 46 gold medals, I'd be still drunk in a field somewhere. Do you know how many we won? Do you know? You've been a structural engineer your whole life. You'll be good with numbers. How many do you think we won? 3. I love the positivity. Good. No. We won 1, and that was for women's boxing. Woke as feck. It's funny when you get to citizenship and you become an American, but people always still ask you, especially when you come over here who have also gone through the same experience. We're like, but how did you really get here? How did you get the green card? How did that all come to pass? How did you become an American? And it takes a bit of explaining, but and the conversation I had that led to it, I would love to do that kind of accent for you, but I'm so nervous doing any form of accents in America at the moment. It's just one of those times, isn't it? Like, if you do a bad job at impersonating an accent, you're a racist. But if you do a good job, you're multilingual. That's a fine line to be walking, isn't it? But I met this girl, and I don't want to put a country on her for you to say it, but she was it was like the Republic of Coachella meets Burning Man, as a certain type of individual, and the enthusiasm was just dripping off her. It was the equivalent of a Trader Joe's worker at a checkout. You know that moment where they just unnecessarily lock eyes with you and try and emotionally connect with you over the contents of your basket? Have you had this? Where they're like, oh my gosh, sir, this organic arugula cranberry snacking chocolate, divine. And what? And they sense like a false human connection between the two of you, a kinship that isn't really there. And they just lean in, take it even further. They're like, do you ever get really stoned on the weekend? Just cover your body in aloe vera and eat it out of your underpants? Do you do that? You're like, no, I don't, Carl. No. And they're like, do you have any plans for this weekend? You're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take me and you and put some serious distance between us. Yeah, but anyway, so I got chatting to this girl, and we always get asked the same question when we come to America. It's always, what do you do? And it sounds weird to us because we're always used to, where are you from? Where's that accent from? What's your name? We'd never start off with, what do you do? And this girl, straight away, she's like, so what do you do? And I didn't want to tell her, and she sensed this, in fairness to her. So she's like, you don't want to tell me about you? Fine, let me tell you about me. What? And there was an audible disappearance of wind from this room as this lady opened her lungs to fill them to capacity. To facilitate an amount of unsolicited information. Right, and she just locks eyes with me. She's like, well, I graduated like 4-point GPA, Kappa Delta Gamma Stanford University, and I used to run track there until I got a little bit out of shape. I started drinking a lot. I think it was my Irish genes. Yeah, I just found out I'm like 17%. And then when I was growing up, my mom used to spank me. She said it was in a loving way, but I never felt it was in a loving way. So I developed a slight dependency on Adderall, actually a very large dependency on Adderall. But then I found Tony Robbins and The Power Within. I just really changed. I took a chance and I bought a ticket to Burning Man where my playa name was Spacepart, and I did mushrooms and ayahuasca for the first time. It was a totally enlightening experience. I came back and I managed to get a job with a private equity firm where I have a solid but diversified 401k plan. I really focus on the foods I put in with my body, a lot more arugula, gazpacho, and spinach. I started to do yoga therapy where I just bend over and do downward dog and I cry. I just let it all out emotionally. I managed to wean off the Adderall, not totally. I still take one in a while. And lastly, I became a vegan. To be honest, I don't have the energy to walk, but spiritually, I can fly.
Jim Finnegan lived in Walking Street, a gentleman Irishman, mighty odd. He seen a brogue so soft and sweet, and the rise in the world he carried the hod. Jim had a sort of a tippling way, but the love of the liquor now he was born. Help him on with his work each day, the drum of the creature every morn. Work for the Dano, dance to your partner with the floor, your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth they told you? Lots of fun that Finnegan's way. One morning Tim felt rather full, his head felt heavy which made him shake. Fell from a ladder and he burst his skull, so they carried him home, his corpse awake. Rolled him up in a nice clean sheet, laid him out upon the bed. A gallon of whiskey at his feet, a barrel of porter at his head. Whack for the dad of dance to your partner with the floor, your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth they told you? Lots of fun that Finnegan's way. His friends assembled at the wake, and Mrs. Finnegan called for lunch. First they brung in tea and cake and pipes, tobacco and whiskey punch. Biddy O'Brien began to cry. Such a nice clean corpse did you ever see? Tim of Ornan, why did you die? I shut your guns, says Paddy McGee. What for the Dano, dance to your partner with the floor, your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth they told you? Lots of fun that Finnegan's way. Peggy O'Connor took up the job and finishes she a wrong and sure. Biddy gave her a belt in the gut and left her sprawling on the floor. Then the war did soon enrage, woman to woman and man to man. Shillelagh law was all the rage, and a row and a ruction soon began. Biggie Maloney lowered his head and a bottle of whiskey flew ahead. Missed and falling on the bed, the liquor scattered over Tim. Tim revives, see how he rises. Timothy rising from the bed. Send one of your liquor around like blazes, thunder and cheese, do you think I'm dead? Whack for the dad of Vince, the partner with the floor, your trotters shake. Wasn't it the truth they told you? Lots of fun that Finnegan's way.
That's Harvey Finnegan's Wake, the Irish Rovers, as we continue to celebrate St. Paddy's Day. I say St. Paddy, not St. Patty. Can't you be a-telling what I be a-saying? Well, I be cutting a comer. Well, no, we be taking a quick break, and then we'll be back with the second half of the show. We got a bit more to go, and the final 40. Aye, we had the final 40, but we truly will get into it before the witching hour.
Hey, yours! Yeah, yours! No, not yours. I mean yours. Yeah, yours. Right over there. Yeah, yours. So,
You've been enjoying this show, so why not spread the joy? Let your friends know. I mean it. Invite them to listen with you. They be so thankful. They start treating you like a king because they be so grateful. They might even make a monument to you to show how they really feel about what you've done to them. And be sure to click that like and subscribe buttons. And don't be stingy. Hit the bell too, so you get notifications of new episodes. That ways yous and yous friends never miss a moment of the captain's quarters. And in turn, yous never miss having me, Babushka, sing so beautifully every week. So, don't just sit there. Go, invite and subscribe and make your life better by never missing an episode of the Captain's Quarters or me, the lovely Babushka. Now, just do it.
Welcome back to the second hour of me show, me boy. And boy, oh boy, have we got some splendiferous bits and baubles right in store for ye. For example, the final 40. It'd be extremicated right from the request sent to us via the mail of...
That's email, you dolt.
That's what me be saying.
They can also call us at 323 Heave-Ho.
I'd like to heave-ho you.
But was that my little pumpernickel?
Nothing, my dear. You old sea hag.
Well, here, let me help you get this show going again.
Avast, you old bat! Heave-ho!
Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Johnny! Johnny!
We're all doomed! Oh, that's better.
See? I made it so better. I'm going to see about that dinner and work on my suntan.
Me's not even hungry, and it be night time out, you crazy old bat. And don't slam the door. Well, you be touting if I be had discovered a leprechaun. Well, I be telling ye, I have proof. Aye, thereupon, I be telling ye, all the recordings that I made yesterday, they all be mumbled, they all be jumbled, but I discovered while we were in between the first hour and second hour, I stumbled upon the very last part of the very recording that I played. And this is how you can tell you're dealing with a leprechaun. They love doing little jokes and practical, they love confuzzlement. Aye, and at the very last thing, they revealed themselves, or it came through clear as a bell what they had to say. So I think I wasn't just dealing with but one leprechaun, but many of them, for we had been traveling around following a despicable band of Irish dancers as they went from pub to pub with all the Irish music a-playing and hoping to invoke the leprechauns. I think there may have been many more there, many more than, and I'll give proof just before the final 40. I'll let you hear it and tell me if you don't be hearing leprechauns in there. But before that, we need to think about having a bite to eat. And that's where we come up with Pat Short's. Yeah, Pat Short's Jumbo Breakfast Roll. Haven't been heard in this one in a while. And so, I think it'd be a wonderful thing to listen to here on this St. Patty's Day.
Here's a tune, lads, that means an awful lot to me. I know it means fake all to breed it down there. It's a tune called the Jumbo Breakfast Roll, and it goes something like this. When I wake up in the morning and I jump straight out of bed, I grab a hold of me luminous jacket and shake off me old porter head. I haven't time for the fancy breakfast, I put Boozley in the bowl. I just head to the Saturday garage for the Jumbo Breakfast Roll. 2 eggs, 2 sausage, 2 rasher, 2 bacon, 2 put 'em on black and white. All stacked like a tower on top of each other and round up good and tight. If you're having some tea, the milk's off, or do you find sugar in the bowl? Says she, do you want some sauce and that? Says, are you doing my roll? Now whether you're a chippy or a plumber or a bricky or a team, just tap the road. On a shower of lads coming back from the rise and the crowd are on your own. sight better than melting butter on the jumbo breakfast roll. 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 ranch, 2 bacon, 2 foot and 1 black, 1 white. Oh, set like a tower on top of each other and round up good and tight. If you're having some tea and milk soap or do you find sugar in the bowl? Says she, do you want some sauce and that? Says I doing my roll. Now just the other day after me rolling tea, me got an awful leg. Well, I went to me doctor, says he, that's an artery block, you're having every man up a break. But I know there's too many words left, there's that bloody Bob Dylan. So to change your lifestyle, you help you walk 5 miles, and see the diet isn't gone, no. But hang up from me head to say you do run the eggs on the jumbo breakfast roll. 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 ranch, 2 bacon, 2 foot and 1 black, 1 white. Oh, stacked like a tower on top of each other and round up good and tight. If you're having some tea, the milk's over, do you find sugar in the bowl? Says she, do you want some sauce and that? Says I doing my roll. Alright, let's take it nice and handy now. Sad verse coming. Sad verse coming out. This'll give Breed a good bloody laugh. Now the years have moved on and my life has changed, and now I'm a different man. I'm after losing 3 stone, doing line with a girl called Joan, and we're both vegetarian, I am. Now my blood sugar levels are good to go, and my cholesterol is low, but in the morning I'd sell my soul just to sit outside on the Max on emo shells to hide for thought. I need a jumbo breakfast roll. 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 ranch, 2 bacon, 2 foot and 1 black, 1 white. Oh, stacked like a tower on top of each other and round up good and tight. If you're having some tea, the milk's over, do you find sugar in the bowl? Says she, do you want some sauce and that? Says I do my roll. 2 eggs, 2 sausages, 2 ranch, 2 bacon, 2 foot and 1 black, 1 white. Oh, stacked like a tower on top of each other and round up good and tight. If you're having some tea, the milk's over, do you find sugar in the bowl? Says she, do you want some sauce and that? Says I do my hole. How was that?
Jesus was a leprechaun, dying on the cross. Remembering his dirty roots, he said, where's the home I have lost? Jesus was a leprechaun, his name was Tiny Tom. He thought he'd have a little fun, and now my hands and my feet are so numb. A leprechaun, bad as Vickery, but he went a bit too far, and they made a martyr of me. Jesus was a leprechaun, twinkle in his eye, always smiling sweetly, but I never expected to die.
There's a classic ballad for ye. It were the Snake Fingers with Jesus Was a Leprechaun. Goes back to the old punk days. Now, let's see. What shall we do next? No. Oh. No. Let's see. No. Maybe we shall go to the Sultans of Ping, FC, with Where's Me Jumper? I'm so excited about... Don't be telling no one. Don't be telling anyone that we got ourselves some true leprechaun gold.
My brother knows Karl Marx. He made the eating mushrooms in the People's Park. He said, what do you think? think about my manifesto? I like a manifesto, put it to the testo. Took a trip down to meet the anarchist party. I met a goofy guy, he was hardy-fardy. Said I know a little Latin and a cuss and a kite. Said I don't know what it means, he said neither do I. Eat natural food, bathe twice daily. Fill your nostrils up with gravy. Don't drink tea and don't drink coffee. Cover your chin in Yorkshire toffee. Dancing in the disco, bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, where's me jumper? Where's me jumper? Where's me jumper? Where's me jumper? Dancing in the disco, bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, where's me jumper? 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 Oh no. Dancing in the disco. Go, go, go. Dancing in the disco. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Dancing in the disco. Go, go, go. Dancing in the disco. Oh no, oh no. It's alright to say things can only get better. You have lost your brand new sweater. I know I had it on when I had my tea, and I'm sure I had it on in the lavatory. Oh no. Dancing in the disco. Go, go, go. Dancing in the disco. Oh no, oh no. Dancing in the disco. Bumper to bumper. Wait a minute. Where's me jumper? 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 It's alright to say things can only get better. You have lost your brand new sweater. Pure new wool and perfect stitches. Not the type of jumper that makes you itches, oh no. Dancing in the disco. Go, go, go. Dancing in the disco. Oh no, oh no. And my mother will be so, so angry. And my brother will be so, so angry. And my girlfriend will be so, so angry. And my dog will be so, so angry. Cause I was dancing at the disco, bumper to bumper. Wait a minute, where's me jumper? 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 Oh no.
Before we do our song, the last song, thank you, I'd like to say these little words to you. These are the words that my grandfather said to me the day that I left home, and I'd like to pass them on to you. Don't come back. May his be half an hour in heaven before the devil knows you're dead.
Lovely. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh.
I am a weaver, a Calton weaver. I am a rash, I'm a robin blade. I have silver in my butchers. I'll gang and follow the robin trade. Singing, whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey,
was my need. I tried to rise, but I was the able. Nancy Whiskey had me by the heel.
Sing now! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, everybody! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo!
Come all you weavers, you Carlton weavers. Come all you weavers, wherever you be. Beware of whiskey, Nancy whiskey. She'll ruin you like she'll ruin me. Sing.
Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo!
Soft.
Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey! Whiskey, whiskey, one more time.
No!
Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey! Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, yo!
That there be the Irish Rovers with Nancy Whiskey. Now let us go and see about a little bit of history. The Clancy brothers. Let's see, the Clancy brothers with Mr. Moses Rai Torlaye. I think I almost got it right this time. We'll find out momentarily, now won't we? It's good to know a little bit about the history, so that when you meckle it up, at least you have some idea what you're meckling up.
At one time, the Irish language, Gaelic, was forbidden by British law. It was a song about a Jewish merchant who arrived in a small town, and he opened up his store, and over his store he put his name in Hebrew. And this very ambitious British policeman came along and took one look at the Hebrew, assumed it was Gaelic, and dragged the Jew into court. That's the gist of it, you know. It wasn't written so much to show the great love between the Irish and the Jews so much as it was to show the stupidity of the British. The policeman walked out, oh so proud on his beat, when a vision came to him of stripes on his sleeve. Promotion, he whispered, I'll try for today, so come with me, Mr. Rai-Torlaye. Come tell me your name, says the limb of the law, to the little fat man selling wares on the straw. What's that, sir? My name, sir, white is there on display, and it's Moses Rai-Torlaye. Now the trial it came on and it lasted a week. One judge said 'twas German, another 'twas Greek. Prove you're Irish, said the policeman, beyond it say nay, and we sit on it Moses Rai-Torlaye. Now the prisoner stepped up there as stiff as a crutch. Are you Irish or English or German or Dutch? I'm a Jew, sir, I'm a Jew, sir, that came over to stay, and me name it is Moses Rai-Torlaye. We're two of a kind, says the judge to the Jew. You're a cousin of Briscoe and I am one too. This numbskull has blundered and for it will pay. Wish you that's right, says Moses Rai-Torlaye. There's a garbage collector who works down our street. He once was a policeman, the pride of his beat, and he moans all the night and he groans all the day, singing Moses Rai-Torlaye, Torlaye.
Give Ireland back to the Irish. Give Lapland back to the lads. Give China back to the Chinese. And Yoko back to the Japs.
The proceeding was recorded by the late Paul McCartney.
I'm dead.
many different parts of history linked into that last little skit there. National Lampoon would give Ireland back to the Irish. And some of ye may remember when the Beatles were trying to convince everybody that Paul McCartney were dead. It started out as a funny joke. Paul thought it was funny. Didn't get so funny when the paychecks begin to bounce. Aye, now we'll be cutting to commercial. Just before the commercial, you'll be able to hear the final recording, the famous recording. I think I should send it right to the Midnight Star and show them I have proof of leprechauns. You tell me if they don't sound like a crazy band of leprechauns to one and all. I tell you, it wasn't but one leprechaun. It was a whole band of them, a dancing troupe of leprechauns, disguised as dancing troupe. It is the craziest thing. And maybe next year I'll catch you the whole group, and then I'll have more pots of gold than I know what to do with. I had the one hidden away, and it'll be special. But here, you listen to it, and it'll cut right into commercial, and you can make your own decisions.
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
Squatch Den. Oh, far out, man. Hey, man, the store is empty. Hey, man, they look closed, man.
Hey, man, they ain't closed. They're just... Hey, man, they're closed. Oh, man, what are we gonna do?
Wow, man, I was tripping for a new shirt, man.
Hey, man, and I wanted that new Lowrider album.
Oh, man, what are we gonna do?
Fear not, citizens, for Hero is here! I overheard you with my superhero hearing and proceeded with prodigious speed to help you with your perilous plight!
Oh, far out, man.
Hey, man, his underwear is like on the outside. What's with those socks, man?
If you are in preponderance for that purveyor of discus-style music, then you need to go where they now call home, for home is no longer where it was!
What?
The Squatch Den has moved to the Arnott Mall!
Far out,
They're
man.
next door to Ruby Tuesdays!
The where?
Here, let me!
Hey!
Well, my work here is done!
Wow, man. Oh, far out, dude. Oh, what a way to get high. Oh.
Hey, man, I think I might have lost a dingo ball back there. That red light was really close, man. Oh, wow, man. Hey, look, it's a record store.
Hey, guys, where you been?
Hey, did you know that your shop is closed?
Yeah, you closed up shop and, like, everything, man.
Don't worry, we're still here. We just moved to the Arnott Mall.
Really?
Yep, we just moved. The Squatch Den has vinyl records, T-shirts, CDs, DVDs, even 8-tracks. And we have our own online radio station. Be sure to check us out at squatchden.com.
Sweet.
Oh, far out, man. Is that... Oh, wow, man. Check it out, man. Is that a vinyl store?
Oh, man.
Squatch Den.
Well, we here upon the time of... yes. I home with me our kitten. It's time to weigh the anchor and sail straight into the maelstrom and leave it all to ye to navigate the ways. And if it gets too rough, I'm going overboard in the old dinghy there, and I'll leave you all to your dooms. I mean, to see Davy Jones in his locker. But before we get that far, we have to hear what request we have. And so, our greatest achievement yet, 'tis to go straight to the phone lines and hear what they had to see, or see what they had to hear. It made sense in my mind. I'm still having I'm just so excited about that pot of gold. So, while you take and you listen to the music, I'm gonna think about gold.
Hello, dear Captain. This is Gerald Shingler, and I'm calling to request to hear a song by my crazy beatnik grandson. I think you call him Local Rock Legend? I question that, but hey, whatever fits your fancy. I don't know. Kid is crazy. Tell him to get haircut, okay? Anyway, I want to hear the Souders Kid playing Mr. Frump in the Iron Lung. Can you do that? Thank you very much. I go get some shoe-fly pie now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I visit Mr. Frump in the hospital. I see him most every day. And when I see Mr. Frump in his iron lung, this is what I hear him say. You know, Mr. Frump, he's my very best friend. He's never a chump or a tease. He never tells me lies, and best of all, he never disagrees. I bring him candy and flowers every afternoon. I sit down by his side and say hi, and then I ask him his opinion of the world's situations, and I wait for Mr. Frump to reply, and Mr. Frump would say, well, unfortunately, soon it came to be Mr. Frump's dying day. So now I bring to you the very last thing that Mr. Frump had to say.
I've got some questions! Okay, what do you do when a guy puts mayonnaise on your shoulder? Or your mom puts your socks in the freezer just to get them colder? Or you receive 3 harpoons from France to get you apples at a guy? Or you find 42 vacation brochures in your underpants? I do not want to see. More questions! Okay, what do you do when your dog has been glued to your head? Roll over. Or what do you do? No, forget that. What about the last thing I said? Or say Neil tells you go out and vacuum the fish. Who do you think you are, Neil? Or say you can't find anything that rhymes. I can't find anything that rhymes. I do not want to see. I do not want to see. Okay, solos! Everybody grab your chicks and get into the groove! Me again? Alright. Okay, where did you find cottage cheese in your shoes? Or you see a hamster named Philip and he's on the news? Or a stinky turtle bites you in the ear? Ah! Or your left knee is the only way you can possibly hear? What? What? Can't hear you got pants on? Get it? You don't get it. Alright, well, I do not want to see. I do not want to see. Okay, here's one. No, I want to ask one more. Please, let me ask. Let me! Oh, come on! Come on! Slice on! Stop! 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 Okay, alright. 5 pygmies approach you from the left, Three are named Nancy and two are Steve, of course. They got tinfoil on their elbows and they're wearing dickies. They look at you and they ask you... Well, I'm not gonna tell you guys.
There be Howie Mandel with what? Do the Watusi. Do you remember? Do you be remembering how to do the Watusi? Well, get on a stormy ship and you'll find it out soon. We've had a number of recorded, phoned in them requests and some texted in. So let's go right back to the phone lines and see what shall be seen. See, we did that one more or less. Let's see correctly, Coley.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Captain. They say on St. Patrick's Day, if you don't wear green, you're going to get pinched. Well, I don't like it when people touch me. I can't stand it. It makes me very mad. So, to spread the message, I'd like to hear, "Don't touch me," sung by Brack. That's me, Brack. Yeah. Where's my bologna sandwich? I want my bologna sandwich. Oh, and some corned beef and cabbage. Bye!
Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Whoa! Hey! Don't touch me! Hey! Hey! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Hey! Oh! Don't touch me! La 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 la. Don't touch me!
Boy, it's a beautiful day outside. I think I'm going to start mowing the lawn. Hey, how you doing, Dave? Okay, Hank, what's going on?
I'm looking for my dog Rover. Darn dog got out and I can't find him anywhere. You haven't seen him, have you?
No? If I do, I'll let you know.
Okay, sure appreciate it. We'll see you later, Dave.
See you later, Hank. Oh, there's that Rover now. Rover, get out of here. You can't come around here while I'm mowing the lawn. Get out of here. Rover, get out of here.
I'm looking over my dead dog Rover, who I hit with a power mower. One leg is missing, the other is gone. The third leg is scattered all over the lawn. No need explaining, the one leg remaining is spinning on the carport floor. I'm looking over my dead dog Rover, who I overlooked before. I'm looking over my minced dog Rover, who I hit with a power mower. My dog's not eating, he no longer barks. He hit the propeller and turned into sparks. No need explaining, there's no dog remaining. He's part of the grass, you see. I'm looking over my dead dog Rover, who I sent to eternity.
Aye, that be one we haven't been hearing for quite some time, and so appropriate to have it back for St. Patty's Day. Instead of a four-leaf clover, and your dead dog Rover. Now, requested from, I don't be knowing if it be from the Book of Face or from the Texties. It be problem. I mean, they be asking for Cheech and Chong's Sister Mary at event.
Good morning, class. Good morning, class. Class. Thank you. As you know, your regular teacher, Sister Rosetta Stone, is on a small vacation. However, she does send her love and these finger paintings and dust cloths she's making. I am your substitute teacher, Sister Mary Elephant. Class, attention. Attention, class. Class. Shut up! Thank you. Young man, now give me that knife. Thank you. Now, class, you all know who I am, so let's find out who you are.
Far out, man.
Thank you.
Hey, come on, man.
Now, class, Sister Rosetta has informed me that your assignment for the last 2 months has been to write an essay entitled How I Spent My Summer Vacation. Who would like to read theirs before the class? 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 Shut up! Thank you. Young man in the first row, stand up, state your name, and read your essay.
Who, me?
Yes, read your essay, please.
I don't have it finished yet, man.
Well, then read what you have, young man.
The first day, my vacation. What I did on my summer vacation. The first day of my vacation, I woke up. Then I went downtown to look for a job. Then I hung out in front of the drugstore. The second day of my summer vacation,
Hey, lend me your book,
I woke up. Then I went downtown to look for a job.
I gotta go to the can.
Then I hung out in front of the drugstore.
Hey! Hey,
The third
Tig.
day of my summer vacation,
Hey, elephant!
I woke up.
That's fine.
Then I
young
went
man.
downtown to look for a job.
That's fine, young
Then
man.
I got a job.
Young man.
Keeping people from hanging
Young
out
man.
in front of the drugstore.
Young man.
Shut
up! Thank you.
I still gotta go to the can, man.
Now, class, I have a surprise for you. I'm going to read you some poems out of this lovely book of poetry. The sun kisses the morning skies. The birds kiss the butterflies. The dew kisses the morning grass. Class? Wake up!
I gotta go to the can, man.
Crossing the highway late last night, he should've looked left and he should've looked right. He didn't see the station wagon car. The skunk got squashed and there you are. You got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. Take a whiff on me, that ain't no rose. Roll up your window and hold your nose. You don't have to look and you don't have to see, 'cause you can feel it in your olfactory. You got your dead skunk in the middle
let it be. Oh, no, I had to go into this speech about being at the final 40. No, that was. I'm lost in thought. Oh, thinking far too much about this gold and what we'll be able to do with it. And there was London Wainwright the Third with Dead Skunk in the middle of the road. Well, we'll be cutting a commercial momentarily and return with the second half of the final 40. Do you have the going rate of gold right now? How much is a pound of gold? We must have a few pounds of it. It's quite exciting, it really be. Leprechauns, wonderful people. They're tricky little fellers, but they stick to their agreements once you finally can get to them. I am Prime, Defender of Earth, leader of the...
Prime! The rest of the guys are in the back!
What?
Hey, Prime, back here!
Exactly what is this place? Is the Resistance headquartered here?
He said Resistance, like Resistor.
Nah, this here be Heroes.
Did someone say hero?
Hero.
Hey, Prime, I'm Jared, and this is Heroes Comic Shop. We're in Elmira Heights. It's 130 West 14th Street, to be exact. And as you can see, we have a lot of books. We have a lot of books for any taste. You know, if they make it into a comic, we carry it. So take your time, look around, pick up whatever looks interesting.
Yeah, it's the world's best place to be.
Yeah, the little guy's right, Prime. And it's a good place to rest your spark. That may be, but as long as the Earth needs to be defended, we must roll out
Heroes Comics, for every kind of hero.
Do I see Archie Comics?
Hey, Scoop, do you know what's happening on 420?
I know what's happening on 420.
No, not that. It's the record store day at the Squatch Den.
Hey, Vato, what did you say?
He said record store day at the Squatch Den on April 20th.
Wow, fun out, man. Hey, is that dog talking or these monkeys really kicking in?
Yeah, that's Scoob, and he's like my best friend, and he sings too.
Dooby-doo, oh dooby-doo.
I told you, he loves music, and that's why we're gonna be there for record store day.
Yeah, well, mall opens at 7 a.m.
And like the Squatch Den opens at 8 a.m.
Yeah? Like what they gonna have, man?
Dude, man, they're gonna have like over 100 plus exclusive indie titles, man, available that day. Ooh. I mean, they're gonna have like Noah Kahan and like Pearl Jam and like The Offspring, man, and like the Beatles, and I mean, wow.
Hey, Scoob, he really knows the score.
Yeah.
Hey, man, hey, do you know that pizza pies with all the fixings also look like records, man?
Oh, wow, Scoob, like he's right on. We should all get like a peanut butter, pepperoni, and licorice pizza and listen to some music.
Far out, man.
Right.
All right, man, pizza.
Record store day at the Squatch Den on like 420.
Oh, wow, man. Is that like a record store, man?
Oh, man.
Well, I guess it'd be time. What it'd be time? Oh, yes, go right back to the phone line. Oh, that's almost a rhymey there. Almost a rhymey.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Captain and crew. On this, the luckiest day of the year, we all need to hear a song that assures us that no matter what we do, say, act upon, we all need to accept and know that everything we know is wrong.
Thank you, Weird Al Yankovic.
Driving on the freeway in the fast lane with a rabid Wolverine in my underwear when suddenly a guy behind me in the backseat popped right up and cupped his hands across my eyes. I guess they said Uncle Frank or Cousin Louie. Is it Bob or Joe or Walter? Could it be Bill or Jim or Ed or Bernie or of saying thank you, they offered to transport me back to any point in history that I would care to go. And so I had them send me back to last Thursday night so I could pay my phone bill on time. Just then the floating disembodied head of Colonel Sanders started yelling, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you thought was just so important doesn't matter. Everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. About to mail a letter to my evil twin when I got a nasty paper cut. And well, to make a long story short, it got infected and I died. So now I'm up in heaven with St. Peter by the pearly gates. And it's obvious he doesn't like the Nehru jacket that I'm wearing. He tells me that they've got a dress code. Well, he lets me into heaven anyway, but I get the room next to the noisy ice machine for all eternity, and every day he runs by screaming, everything you know is wrong. Black is white, up is down, and short is long. And everything you used to think was so important doesn't really matter anymore, because the simple fact remains that everything you know is wrong. Just forget the words and sing along. All you need to understand is everything you know is wrong. Everything you know is wrong.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
In the morning, laughing happy fish heads. In the evening, floating in the soup.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
Ask a fish head anything you want to. They won't answer, they can't talk.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
I took a fish head out to see a movie. Didn't have to pay to get it in.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
They can't play baseball, they don't wear sweaters. They're not good dancers.
They don't play drums.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum.
Roly-poly fish heads are never seen drinking cappuccino in Italian restaurants with Oriental women.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up, yum, yum. Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads, eat them up.
there be barns and barns with fish heads. We're getting closer and closer to the witching hour. So I hope we are getting ourselves truly daft enough so that we be prepared for that which the babushka brings upon us. The melting of brains, the crying out of children in other countries, the breaking of glass, the things that may go bump in the night. At least her singing be better than her cooking. The cooking, that's where the terrors truly begin. Back to the phone lines we go.
Golly, happy St. Patrick's Day there, Captain. I'd love to hear me a song to dedicate to my sweetie. I'd like to hear Lucky Ball and Chain by They Might Be Giants. Ooh-wee, that slum dog just be the bee's knees. Golly.
I lost my lucky ball and chain, now she's 4 years gone. She's 5 feet tall and sick of me, and all my rattling on. She threw away her baby doll, I held on to my pride. But I was young and foolish then, I feel old and foolish now. Confidentially, she never called me baby doll. Confidentially, I never had much pride. But now I rock a bar stool and I drink for two, just pondering this time bomb in my mind. I lost my lucky ball and chain, now she's 4 years gone. She's 5 feet tall and sick of me, and all my rattling on. She walked away from a happy man, I thought I was so cool. I just stood there whistling, there goes the bride as she walked out the door. There goes the bride as she walked out the door. I could shake my tiny fist and swear I wasn't wrong, but what's the sense in arguing when you're all alone? Sure as you can't steer a train, you can't change your fate. And when she told me off that day, I knew I'd lost my home. Confidentially, I never told you of her charms. Confidentially, we never had a home. But this railroad apartment was the perfect place when she'd sit and hold me in her arms. I lost my lucky ball and chain, now she's 4 years gone. She's 5 feet tall and sick of me, and all my rattling on. She walked away from a happy man, I thought I was so cool. I just stood there whistling, there goes the bride as she walked out the door. There goes the bride as she walked out the door. There goes the bride as she walked out the door.
My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have a mother. Her name is Mother. Hi, Mother. Hi. I love you, Mother. I always love you, Mother. My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have a sister. Her name is Joyce. My name is Larry. I have a grandfather. His name is Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa. Remember, Grandpa, when I used to go over to the house and you wouldn't let me go into the kitchen with the rest of the family? Remember that, Grandpa? Oh, listen, Larry, you be a nice boy and stay away from us. When we want you to come over, I'll get a hold of your mother and I'll call her up and you can come over, okay? My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have an uncle. His name is Bob. Hi, Bob. Bob, I like you, Bob, and you're an artist, and I like you a lot. Larry, I like you a lot, too. You're a nice boy. My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have an auntie. Her name is Becky. Hi, Auntie Becky. Hi, Larry. My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have an auntie. Her name is Annie Estelle. Hi, Annie Estelle. Hi. My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have a brother. His name is David. Hi, David. David. You know, I talked about you on my album on the Wild Man Fisher story. And could you say a few words? I am a certified public accountant. And my brother Larry is the worst singer, one of the worst singers there ever was. And I cannot see how in the world, with knowing him, anything is possible. Knowing him. Because I used to hear him sing all day long. My name is Larry. My name is Larry. I have a cousin. His name is Harvey. Hi, Harvey. My name is Larry. 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 My name is Larry.
Aye, that there was requested from the Book of Faith or the Mail of Ye. I not be sure, but that was Wild Man Fisher with My Name is Larry. Now, let us roll right into the next maelstrom. Modern entertainment with Thorazine Shuffle.
This is a song about mental health, and it's dedicated to those who need to be medicated. Johnny was a kid who grew up in the city. His mother was a drunk. His dad had lots of money. And when he was 18, he took a baseball bat and smashed out all the windows of his dad's Cadillac. They said that he was mental and locked him up for observations, like they usually do in cases like this, and took away his bat and gave him heavy medications. We're talking major tranquilizers at 6 and 8 and 10. You know, he used to be a slugger, but he'll never swing again, 'cause he's doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. He's doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. Well, now he met a girl in there by the name of Frankie Lane. She had a thought disorder and she lived in constant pain. 'Cause when she tried to speak, nothing came out right. But she could really do the shuffle, so they did it every night. They shuffled in the kitchen, cling, cling. They shuffled in the hall. They shuffled to the telephone. They shuffled through the call. They shuffled by the nurse's desk and in the patient lounge. They shuffled in the quiet room when no one was around, and they were doing the shuffle, the Thorazine shuffle. They were doing the shuffle, whoa, the Thorazine shuffle. Well, now they're great big brown pills, and they look like M&Ms. They won't melt in your mouth, and they won't melt in your hands. They melt down in your stomach, and they end up on your mind. Is everybody ready? Oh, it's medication time. Well, now you take your right arm, and you shake it all around. And then you open up your mouth, and you drool on the ground. And then you try to speak, but you just mumble a lot. you hold on to your head, 'cause it's the only one you got. And then you throw on the shovel. Yeah, 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 the Thorazine shovel. Whoa, whoa, you do on the shovel. Hey, the Thorazine shovel. Yeah, yeah. Well, isn't it a pity? Oh, isn't it too bad? It's back to reality for Johnny. It's back to mom and dad. Yeah, Johnny's on the street now, so if you see him, tell him hi. Hey, sport, how you doing? But I wouldn't be too surprised if Johnny don't reply. You see, he's got his sunglasses on, and he's doing the shovel. Whoa, whoa, the Thorazine shovel. Yeah, he's doing the shovel. Whoa, the Thorazine shovel. Come on now, come on now.
I can hear her coming along. One moment. Oh, I got exciting things I need to be telling you. Just hold on.
Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, and I take care of that stinking messy cat litter box. Ugh! I took it out. Took it to the trash. The trash guy come back. He's so nice. He told me call him a dustbin. Yeah, he was real happy. Take care of all that stuff for us. All go away. Oh, and he had wonderful Irish accent. So beautiful and lilting. I tell him happy St. Patrick's Day. He smile and wave and then he disappear. I don't know where he go. Anyway, I sings now. I has climbed highest mountains. I has run through the fields only to be met yours. Only to be met yours. I has run. I has crawled. I has scaled these city walls. These city walls, only to be met yours. But I still hasn't found what I's looking for. But I still hasn't found what I's looking for. I has kissed honey lips, felt the healing in her fingertips. It burned like fire. This burning desire. I have spoke with the tongue of angels. I has held the hand of a devil. It was warm in the night. I was cold as a stone. But I still hasn't found what I's looking for. But I still hasn't found what I's looking for.
Well, I do believe we've been tortured well enough. Good night.
So just chill till the next episode.